It's Monday and it's weather for Weather Geeks time, the first geeky edition of this video in the month of July. Hope you had a good weekend, everyone. It certainly was hot, and we've got lots of hot weather to talk about in this video once again, but we'll also focus on the chances for precipitation, the extended forecast, but I wanted to start this evening with a quick review of the year so far, now that we're officially halfway through 2018. In the temperature department, it's been a year of extremes so far. Wild swings. February was very warm, especially the latter half of February. Then we had very chilly weather in March and April. April, one of the coldest on record here. Then we had the warmest May on record. This past month, June, was a little bit closer to average. It was still a couple degrees warmer than average, especially thanks to the heat at the end of the month, but it wasn't as far from the average as some of our previous months so far in 2018. So, we'll see if this trend continues for the rest of the year, but the first half of the year characterized by some wild swings. All right, we hit 90 today, 90 in Pittsburgh, 90 in New Philly, 89 in Wheeling. It was 92 in Cleveland this afternoon. A 90-degree day makes this one our 7th of the year, the most we've had since that very hot summer back in 2012 when we had a ridiculous 18 90-degree days. Our average is 8 or 9, so we're getting pretty close to that average, and we may actually get there tomorrow, and if we don't tomorrow, pretty good chance coming up on Wednesday of hitting 90. All right, so if we do make it to 90 tomorrow, and I think it's a close call, I've got 88 in the forecast, wouldn't be surprised to see 90. If we get there, it'll be our first 4-day in a row stretch of 90-degree temperatures since 2011. If we make it 5 in a row then on the 4th on Wednesday, that takes us back to the 90s as far as length of a heat wave. It's been a while since we've had 5 or more days of 90-plus temperatures. So that's going to be a possibility as we go through the next couple of days. Again, I've got 88 in the forecast tomorrow, but it is going to be very close. We'll see what the thunderstorms do tomorrow. If a thunderstorm pops up over the airport early afternoon, then we probably won't get there. But if areas around the airport stay dry and relatively cloud-free, I can see where we officially hit 90 once again tomorrow. All right, radar's quieter this evening than it was earlier on today. We had a few rounds of showers and thunderstorms. Earlier on, these blew up, particularly over in western PA, but even in parts of Mahoning, Trumbull, and Columbiana counties, we had some localized downpours and some frequent lightning for a time. Generally a weakening trend as that first round went across Mahoning County. These were fairly strong as they crossed Mosquito Lake up in Trumbull County and stayed relatively strong from Greenville to New Lebanon. We actually had a warning or two for southern and eastern Lawrence County with our activity earlier on. Decent amount of rain, but this could have been worse if these were a little bit stronger. But still some Doppler radar estimates here say around Warren of up to an inch. Over towards Elwood City in southern Lawrence County, an inch and a half perhaps. Ellsworth Township, maybe 3/4 of an inch to an inch worth of rain from our storms earlier today. And certainly the storms had a lot of fuel. It's very, very muggy outside, no surprise. Notice off to our northwest, though, somewhat lower dew points across parts of Michigan this evening. We do have, one of the reasons why today was fairly active in terms of storms, we do have a weak cold front sliding south and east. Now this will eventually kind of become a stationary front during tomorrow. This front really just sort of dissolves into a stationary front. And because of that trigger nearby in some hot and humid weather, we've got to allow for some storms. Now, today's storms weren't moving real fast, but at least they were moving. My concern for tomorrow and for Wednesday is there's even less wind aloft tomorrow and Wednesday. There's hardly any wind from the ground up to at least 18,000 feet. And that means any storms that do pop may just kind of sit there for a little while. So that brings in a heightened concern for some potential flash flooding with any storms tomorrow and again on Wednesday. Notice our 5,000-foot winds here, under 10 miles per hour, maybe even 5 miles per hour. And again, that's going to be the case on Wednesday as well. And this isn't just at the 5,000-foot level. Pretty high up there, where typically the wind blows pretty strong. But sometimes in the summer, you get these ridges of high pressure that there's just no wind under them. And that'll be the case probably up through at least 18,000, if not 20,000 or so feet. So, yeah, that's the concern. I think the overall coverage of thunderstorms tomorrow will be a little less than today, but there'll be these random hit or miss cells that try to pop up as we get into the afternoon hours. In a pretty similar forecast on Wednesday on the 4th. This is not a washout and not everyone's going to see rain. A lot of us will be dry, but if you get under a downpour, it may sit there for a little while. So be prepared for that. It's luck of the draw. It's one of those things, a lot of people message me on Facebook when we get into these patterns. Hey, I've got this going on this afternoon. How am I looking? And it's hard to say more than a few hours ahead of time. You know, we don't want to be wishy-washy about it, but this is life in the summer. Sometimes under these hot and humid air masses, random stuff happens, and it's hard to say with much lead time where it's going to happen, where it's not. Thursday, also a day there can be some scattered showers and storms, but there's our front that will sweep through the region on Friday, and some big changes are coming behind that front. So here's our 4th of July forecast. Again, close call, 90 or not tomorrow. Higher confidence we probably sneak above 90 on Wednesday. It's going to be stifling when it's not raining. Heat index values probably pretty close to 100 on Wednesday. Our rain chances peak in the afternoon. Small chances by fireworks time coming up Wednesday evening. All right, this is a map I like to see. A clean sweep coming our way. Really soupy air for now, but a really nice cold front coming our way. At the very end of the week, this will probably roll through by about lunchtime on Friday, leading to a beautiful evening on Friday, and then just a perfect Saturday. I mean, what a great July day coming up on Saturday. Sunshine will be out, high pressure almost right overhead, and a very dry air mass compared to the air mass we've had now for a handful of days. So, boy, I hope you have some outdoor plans on Saturday. I hope you put off your 4th of July plans, as many people did, until the following weekend, because it's just going to be a perfect day Saturday. I think Sunday will be very nice as well. So heat index, no longer a story by Friday and the weekend, but certainly a story over the next few days. You know, these numbers are probably running just a little high, but they're not far off. We're going to be well up into the 90s when it's not raining and when the sun is out over the next few days as far as the heat index goes. Now, we do have a little bit of a cool down coming for the weekend, but the 8 to 14 day outlook is still warmer than average. Probably not as hot of a pattern as we're in right now, but doesn't look like a very cool pattern either. I think we're going to see plenty of warmer than average temperatures as we head deeper into the month of July. That's it for tonight's Weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you back here tomorrow night. Have a great Monday night, everyone.